Taking a look at my orcs, a couple things that stand out in this dual Bad Moons Battalion. The battle wagon full of 20 shooter boys. I affectionately know that as the DACA wagon. We have the big group of bikers that are just amazing if you run them as Bad Moons, as well as obviously looters and tank busters to round out some hard-hitting units. Let's see how it does.
The Kraken Detachment features 2 big blobs of Genestealers and a Zoanthrope bomb led by my custom-built leaping Swarmlord. The Leviathan Detachment is a big blob of warriors with Neurothrope and a Tyranid Prime to back them up, and artillery in the form of Biovores and Hive Guard. As the attacker, I am deploying first, so I have put 1 each of my groups of Genestealers in the wings on the buildings. I have one of my groups of Gaunts over here to either move in and screen as needed, or the burned token is his objective that I will want to try and keep from him as long as possible. I have my big warrior blob on one side of my center building. I have my Zoanthropes on the other side. That is the Swarmlord, of course, standing behind them. And all my artillery is in the middle with another group of expendable bodies, I mean termagants, around them.
Alright, so for my deployment, going second is not ideal for this army, especially against his Tyranids, because they're going to move really fast and they're going to hit really, really freaking hard. Especially with the list I'm taking, it's a little bit unorthodox for a orc list that's trying to be competitive. Each truck has a squad of 10 boys in it. All of them are going to be Choppa boys or Slugga Choppa boys. The Rhino, I just love the model. The Rhino has a unit of 10 tank busters in it.
And that is a counts as truck.
Yeah, it is a truck, yes. Then I've got a battle wagon. Do not let the shell fool you. It is not hard cased, it is open topped, and it has 20 shooter boys with 2 big shooters in it as well. The truck itself is equipped with 4 big shooters. 15 looters, got a weird boy. Yes, I've just deployed as far back as I possibly can, just in hopes that I won't get railed during my next turn. So, should be fun trying to do. And I do have my war boss there. He is going to be my warlord, as I already said. But yeah, should be interesting overall. Oh, I have 10 grots. I forgot you little buddies. I'm going to put 10 grots over here just to screen. So.
So because you put basically everything you could on your back line, I am going to play a little more conservatively. The warriors are advancing to hopefully get some shots off. But the Genestealers aren't moving. The Swarmlord is stepping behind the wall. ITC rules, you can't draw line of sight through the ground level of ruins, just to make computing who is and isn't in line of sight easier. So that's mostly going to hide Swarmy. My artillery, of course, doesn't need to move at all. The Gaunts are taking up space in the appropriate place they need to take up space. All I need to do is make sure that I have you screened out enough. Alright, so he needs to take a step over here. And so these Genestealers are just going to shimmy a couple of bodies just so you actually can't to jump them in on the flanks.
That's just rude. I'm just saying, like,
And-
it's... Okay.
And Swarmlord attempting to manifest Catalyst on himself.
Alright. That would be a no, sir.
That would be a no, but I am overflowing with command points, and I know you can pull some shenanigans with those Ludas. He's tall enough. I think I want it anyway. The reroll does not get it.
Ooh, spicy. I like it. Alright, that's a command point, then.
Plenty where they came from.
So we're gonna smite some grots. I mean, why not? I'm not here to
They're
judge.
funny when they explode.
You know what? That's very true. I don't think anyone can disagree with that. Well,
Psychic Phase, what's that?
good psychic face. Good job.
Psychic Phase, what's that?
Go team. All right.
So we're gonna start with the Death Spitters going into the bikes, being on 3s because of the prime. So that is 4 hits.
Okay.
5 on 5, so 4s to wound here. 2 6s, 2 4s, 4
All right.
wounds.
All right. So I'm gonna take these. They have a 4-up armor save. So that's all right. So 2 pass, 2 fail. That will unfortunately remove 1 biker.
The 3d3 shots from the Venom Cannons, these are actual d3s for the record.
All right.
So that is a total of 5. Once again, hitting on 3s. These are going to be wounding on 3s.
So looks like 3.
At -2.
So 6 ups.
Yes.
Not a 1.
Alright. So that's d3 damage, 1 at a time. That's a dead bike.
Yep. Go ahead and just remove 1.
That's another dead bike.
Yes, it is.
And that's a 3rd bike.
Yep. Okay, so that's 4 bikes down.
So this is 4 of my 6 Hive Guard are also raining spiky, spory death upon the bikes. So not as much a spiky, spory death as I would like. I'm not rerolling 1s because I'm not running Cronus this time, remember.
Yes, that was right.
Slide that. Nope, nope. Stay in your place. So that is only...
Only 2 wounds?
Yes, because they're tough 5, so that is only 2 wounds at -2.
Okay, so 6 ups. Nope.
Fail, fail. Once again, d3 damage.
Alright, so 2 will kill 1 and 0 will kill another 1.
1 at a time, let's go down the Biovores.
Okay.
So Biovores are fun. Roll to hit as normal, which is going to be 4s for these fellows since they have not moved. They're single units. They're taken as individual units, so I'm going to roll 1 at a time and go from there. So, still targeting you bites with the first one. That is a 3. That is a miss. I get to place a Spore Mine. It is between 3 and 6 inches from the target unit. Must be at least 3 inches away from all other units. How wide is that base? 1.5 inches. Put him 2 inches away.
There's a
You'll
happy
see-
little spore mine. Sorry, I just wanted to go Bob Ross.
Number 2, same
Yep.
target. That is a hit. We now roll a d6. 1 is nothing. The Spore Mine was dud. Him doing best he can, but not enough. And 2 through 5 is 1 mortal wound. 3 is d3 mortal wound. Oh, him doing best he can, but
He did
not
try.
enough.
He did
All right,
try.
3rd Biovore, same target to see if I can just straight up move block your bikes. That is a miss.
Yep. That's what we call a problem, friend. I don't like you sometimes. And I'm the one who told you to run them, so it's kind of my fault, really.
Yeah, alright. Into turn 1, I am holding 2 objectives.
Alright. So you got hold, you did not get a kill.
Nope.
I do need to do morale for these guys. There is a knob in the unit, so I might just break heads. Or I could just spend 2 command points and make them pass. I'm just going to spend 2 command points and make them not fail. I don't want to make them take any more wounds.
Ah, boring.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to go into Orks. Turn 1.
So, yeah, so they are actually move blocked in.
You're a bad person.
And this is why biovores are good in a tournament.
Yeah. Okay.
What was that, Jake?
Nothing. I said
What
nothing.
was that your face said?
You have a wonderful day. You're a great person, and I appreciate it. Let's go to the psychic phase. Most important of phases. We're going to do the one that's the absolute least important thing in the history of ever. He's going to smite. I did get him after a 6-inch advance roll. I did get him to where he could see there. So he's going to smite. There's currently 10 orcs beside him, so he gets +1 to this. So it does go off. So it's just...
Yeah, just to pull that off the board.
Remove that gentleman. I'm just going to set that there. You can get it in a second. Next is the one that actually matters. He's going to attempt to jump on the Ludus. 5, 6 plus 1 is a 7. It will go off. So, alright, after the jump, my Ludas are there. Just so they can draw a line of sight on the warriors. I'm going to try to put as much fire on them as I can, and we'll see how it actually works out. So, Ludus shoot. So, D3 shots per model. I'm going to command per reroll that. There we go. So 3 shots a model. There are 15 of them. I have to get some dice. Be right back. All right. So 45 shots going into the warriors. Would you like to use any stratagems or anything like that?
They're 2 damage, right?
Yes. Flat.
I'm spending 1 CP for the stratagem in Blood of Ball to reduce incoming damage by 1.
Sweet. All right. So these are hitting on 6s because they are heavy weapons and they did deep strike, which counts as moving. So I'm going to pull the hits out, and then 6s will get Daka, which means more shots. There's a couple. 6 that hit off of the first ones, that's 6 additional.
I have the dice tray.
So 6 additional shots.
Okay, pull that out of the way.
Any more? Reroll, and I forgot to reroll 1, so let me actually look at that because Bad Moons have the reroll 1 ability.
Hey, good thing I picked up the dice tray.
Thanks you being a gentleman. Sorry guys, it's been forever since I've actually played my Orks, so I'm having.
And there's a decent number of 1s.
Yeah, I'm having to remember all these rules kind of on the fly. Alright. I think that's it.
Alright.
So, 6s. That is a 6. That is off the initial batch, so that will give me another extra shot, which will not convert. Okay, so anyway, that puts me at 7 total hits. So we're now 3s. 6 wounds at AP -1. You are going to ignore that because of your
the
Blood Ball shenanigans.
The adaptation. You mean finishing the book, giving me shit I should have had to begin with?
Roll your saves.
Alright. 6 saves, 4 ups. That is 2 fails, but thanks to the stratagem, that's 2 points of damage. That is not a dead warrior.
Yep.
Single wound remaining on that gentleman right there. Because all my Tyranids are gentlemen. And we almost forgot, I am running Leviathan this time, rather than the normal Cronus for my shooting detachment, so the warriors have a 6-up feel no pain, because they are Synapse. Doesn't do anything, but for completeness.
Always remember your rules, kids. Alright, so going to the next shooting option, we have 36 shots from the 18 shootaboys inside that just have shooters. So, remember these are rerolling 1s, hitting on 6s because of the stupid mount, so it's 3 hits. Strength 4 versus...
4.
Alright, so 4s. That's 2 wounds, no AP.
2 saves made.
It's fine. It's fine. My big shooters. They're the real threat. 18 big shooter shots. 6s. Rerolling 1s. There's a couple.
Well, that is definitely more threatening than the previous roll.
Significantly so. The rerolls did not net me anything, unfortunately. But significantly more hits. So 6 hits, 6 additional shots. Will net me 1 additional. So 7 hits. This is strength 5, so 3s.
3s.
So 4 wounds at no AP.
4 saves, 4 up. Where'd that last guy go?
That is right
there it is. That's a fail.
That is a 2, so that's 3 damage there. So I'll kill one, put another one on 1.
That one at 1.
Told you this is where the danger is.
Continue.
All right.
Continue.
So next up, 6 shots into the warriors.
From this war boss on the bike right here.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. So he is hitting on 6s because of the -1. Rerolling 1s because he is bad moons. Nope. And then that 6 will give you an additional shot. Nope. Winning on 4s. That is a wound. No AP. Nope.
Dramatic save.
All right. So we're coming over here now. This truck has a bunch of slugger boys. They're all going to be out of range for their pistols, but the big shooter on the truck is in range. Yeah, you can't see the orders through the hole. I'm going to have him put 3 shots into them, just for the sake of not wasting shooting. Rerun 1's got bad moons. That's 1 hit.
And you actually can hit on more than 6s now.
Yes, I'm hitting on 5s and 6s, but they don't feel like hitting anything other than 6s. So strength 5 or stuff 4, so 3's to wound, no wound. All right. These fine gentlemen, I need to check the range because the pistols may be in range of them now. It's 12 inches. Yep. Okay. So pistols into them. The big shooter through the hole in the wall in the hole there can see the warriors. So the big shooter's going into the warriors and the pistols are going into them. Okay.
Oh yeah, actually.
Yeah,
pretty clear, pretty clear.
Yeah, you can see just fine. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the pistol shots into them first. So 10 pistols. I love open top vehicles. They're so much fun. 1 reroll, because the moon's bad. Alright. So that's 4 hits with 1 6, so 1 additional shot. Nope.
Quit hitting stuff, Jake.
Okay, you know what? That's deserved. No wounds from the pistols. Alright, so 3 shots from the big shooter.
This is the one that's going in the warriors.
Yes, hitting on 6s because of the Neurothrope, but that is 1 hit. Additional shot does not hit. Winning on a 3. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. Now I just need you to roll something below a 4. You son of a...
What was that, Jake?
I said you're a lovely person. You're gonna make a great mother one day.
What?
The last truck is gonna put its big shoot into them. 2 hits. 3s. 2 wounds. No AP. So it's just under 3 up. Mine's on 3 up anyway. Whoa! Look at that.
So that is a bit of damage.
Fear the big shooters, man. I'm telling you, you have to fear the big shooters. They're what's gonna kill everything.
So I guess you have big shooter energy right now?
Yes. Alright, so we're gonna go to the Death Killer War Trike. Because there's a bunch of guns and I need to remember them. So I think his killjet is out of range.
That's the flamethrower, isn't it?
No, it is in range. It's 8 inches. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use the cut-up profile. It's Assault 2, but it's at Strength 8, and it's D3 damage. So it's basically a small baby melta.
A belta, if you will.
Yeah. So this may be the wrong idea, but anyway. So 2 of those hitting on 5s. Nope. So we've got the Schust guns, 6 shots. Alright, so there's a couple hits in there. That 6 will give you an additional roll. Nope. So it's 2 hits. So 3s. 1 wound, no AP, doesn't matter. It's single damage.
Save made.
The Saga claw is within 8 inches, so he can shoot his grappling hook claw at something.
Because the war boss on a trike is Inspector fucking Gadget.
Yes, rerolling 1 because bad moons. That is a hit. That is a wound, sir. Single damage again.
Made.
Alright, next, I'm gonna go ahead and fire the big shooter from the truck into them, and then all the tank busters into them. So the big shooter first, because that's what's gonna actually kill something. Not today. Alright, so 10 tank busters.
There's an 80s reference in here, but I'm sure the theme song would get copyright struck, so not gonna happen.
More than likely. 10 rocket shots. Hitting on 5s, rerolling 1, 6 are additional shots. That looks pretty good to me, friends. That doesn't. So, off the tick, we have 4 hits, 2 of which are 6s, so that's 2 additional shots. Does not net me anything, but still 4 hits. At strength 8 goes the rockets, so winning on 2s. Right, 4 wounds. AP doesn't matter.
4 saves made. Because 3 up invuln.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not even going to try anymore.
You okay there, Jake?
No, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. It invuln saves. Alright. So assaults. The only assault I'm going to do is the Death Killer is going to assault the Zoans.
Why would you do that?
Don't
All they want to do is have some fun.
talk to me. They're not girls, okay?
Slow down battlefield. How do you know that? Do you know Tyranid genders?
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh, yeah, sure. All right. What gender is my Swarmlord?
That's very rude to ask that question.
So, the assault roll is an 11, so that is much room.
He's very angry at the current situation. I'm still going to leave him on this side of them, just for your inevitable retaliation. 5 attacks to the Snagger Claw, hitting on 2s. Alright, 7, so 3s. That's cocked.
Yeah.
Alright, he gets to reroll because of the Snagger Claw. Alright, so that's 3 wounds. AP doesn't matter.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
The Snagger Claw is D3.
Command point
The
reroll.
Snagger Claw is D3 damage. Okay, so that saved 1. Let's see if I can kill 2 Zoanthropes. Alright, so first one. That'll kill him.
So yes, that.
Alright, so I need another 6 here. Come on, come on, come on. That is not a 6. But still, 2 wounds.
All right, that leaves one at a. That leaves one at a single wound.
Nice. So now what's left of the Zoanthropes pile in and headbutt me aggressively.
Killed one. No, these are.
Okay,
little,
you know what?
these are dainty little tail slaps.
I'm trying to have my moral victory here.
3 hits.
Okay.
Toughness.
I believe he was toughness 6.
No wounds.
All right. Good talk.
Now we're recording.
All right. So that'll be the end of Orks turn 1, the end of battle round 1. The Orks tickled a couple things. They didn't really do much of anything else. The only real targets he gave me to shoot at were really hard, and in spite of everything that I did throw at it, nothing really seemed to break on either side.
So are we both holding 2 objectives, I believe?
Yes, I have Grots on 2 objectives. You have your
I have
stuff on objectives.
Yeah, we each have 2 objectives.
Yeah,
okay.
So we're both holding 2. So right now the game is actually tied. It's actually tied right now. So, all right, going into Tyranids turn 2.
So I'm going to go ahead and, for the sake of time, I'm going to use the Metabolic Overdrive stratagem, which lets me move them a second time to save time. I'm just going to, because you have to use it right after you move anyway, I'm just going to combine them both into one very large move.
Sounds good.
So that would be the second advance, and then after I finish moving anything, I roll dice. They could potentially take mortal wounds from the stress to their system. So second advance die, that is a 4.
So 4 plus 1, that's 5.
So that's 5. Their normal move is 6, so that's 12.
So it's 18 inch? Or 17.
17 inch,
Yeah.
yes. But 17 inch will be enough to actually put that first boy on right just shy of on the objective, but more than close enough to claim it.
All right, so after the movement they have ended there.
10 models, 10 dice for every 1 mortal wound. I'm gonna roll that. I'm gonna re-roll that D3.
All right. So that is a dead guy, or 2 dead guys.
That is 2 dead gaunts.
Ha! Suck it. Yep.
So it's worth mentioning when playing either one of these armies that potentially has lots of models, with your opponent's permission, it's usually okay to move the first line or 2, measuring every individual model, and then do what I'm doing right here, and just putting the rest kind of just relative positions to where they were with that leading edge. This only works if your front line is relatively uniform in its advance, but it saves a hell of a lot of time. Most people are fine as long as you ask permission first.
Yeah, especially considering, you know, I've played Clay a lot, and so I know he's not going to try to cheat me out of anything. And let's be quite honest, moving one of the back row Genestealers an extra inch isn't going to really affect what happens in this upcoming combat a whole lot. Especially considering it's basically just moving them straight forward. They're not having to dodge anything. They're not having to move through anything that would make them take weird lines or pathways. So it's not a huge problem. All right, so going into turn 2 Psychic phase.
All right. Opportunistic advance for the Genestealers put them way far forward, and they're gonna go further.
They're very angry.
So we're starting with an attempted cast Catalyst on them.
Okay, from whom? Swarmlord?
Swarmlord has Catalyst.
Yep.
Yes. So this
All right.
goes off in a 5. No.
Wow. The Hive Mind,
Has headaches today.
it's not doing too hot, actually.
I'm going to spin another command point reroll because it'll be far easier for me to get.
That's the power of walk. The power of walk. Sorry.
Moving on. Smite. Swarmlord.
Smiting your own Swarmlord, very brave.
Hey.
You said
Smiting
it.
your war boss.
You said it.
Said the Swarmlord is casting Smite.
And the war boss is over here. Like you can't. And
Okay.
like there's another one there too. Like you can't
And
smite either.
that's this dumbass on a trike.
all right. So that goes off. Roll your damage.
You know, Mr. Hot Wheels here, or Mr. Big Wheels here.
Hot wheels lead the way. All right, good.
All right.
Roll your damage. How's
D3
this
damage
successful
from the
smite?
Smite. Only one.
I'll put a wound counter on him in a second.
Zoans casting their enhanced smite. They are down a man, so it will have a bonus D3 on whatever smite rolls out to be.
So
That is
there's a
successfully
6 that
cast on
will
a
go
6
off.
as
Yep.
the second one. Since I can't fail it, I am going to take my reroll ones on psychic tests.
Just see if you get a 6. And you get a 6.
And I get a 6, that's super smite, so that's
Yep.
a D3 plus a
D3 plus
D6.
D6. Ow. So 5, 6,
When the
7, 8.
Zoans- when the big-
wow.
When the
okay.
big group of Zoans has a super smite, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah, that got him.
That just had explode right there.
Yep. There's my war truck.
Put him back, roll to see if he explodes.
He doesn't explode.
Oh, he can't explode.
No. I mean, like his head exploded, like literally, but like he can't explode.
An orc vehicle that can't explode?
I'm as shocked as
Okay.
fuck, he can't explode. I'm stupid. Approximations.
He was like 4 inches away after the...
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
He does not.
Okay.
See, this is what happens when you forget rules, children.
Children? This is a children's show? I should stop swearing.
Nah, swear all you want. We're not a children's show. Actually, I would like to explicitly say we're not a children's show for
Yeah,
anyone.
we're
who-
not a children's show. YouTube, we're not a children's show
Yep.
at all.
Yep.
Damn it.
One more.
Damn it.
Okay.
And psychic
Oh, that's
scrim.
right.
So 18. I'm assuming it's going to be that
Yep.
truck. Yeah, I was expecting them to have to use everything to kill the war boss, and then dun da 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 da.
Well,
super
well,
smite.
actually, the war bosses are still alive. You see, there's one there and one over there.
Captain Big Wheels.
Okay, fine.
Smite on a 7 since this is my third smite. That does not go off. I am going to use my reroll 1. 6
Still
is
does not
not
go off.
quite
Okay.
enough. Psychic Scrim
Why you
puts me
scream?
back to a 5.
Why can't you just be normal?
That does go off. That is...
D3.
If I may find a D3, that is a D3. That is 2 wounds on the truck.
All right. Truck takes 2. We're picking back up at turn 2 shooting phase after that some would call, you know, unfair or cheaty, maybe is another word, smiting session we just saw. So what are we shooting with today, Clay?
Bitterness and regret, apparently. I'm gonna go ahead and bonus move the
Genestealers.
bonus move the
Okay, so using the Swarmlord's special ability that he does have, he can send a, has to be the same Hive Fleet?
It is high.
So
speed
it's
lock.
Hive locked, but so he can just send a unit forward. They can make a movement as if it was movement phase, and the Genestealers are advancing. Those dice cheat, I swear. After the movement, they end here. So the Grots are gonna have a bad time.
The Grots. Hopefully that truck behind them.
Nah, leave the truck. It's fine. It's fine. It's a Rhino. There aren't even Space Marines here. There's nothing in there. It's fine.
I have to keep on trucking check. We're going to start with the artillery firing the Hive Guard. They're going to point at the truck that has already been damaged. 12 shots, hitting on 3s.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Truck is T6, I believe.
Strength 8, so wounding on 3s.
Alright. I know it's not anything over toughness 7, so it's fine. So this many
Save on a
6 ups. As I just throw dice literally everywhere.
That's why you rolled only one save.
Hey, I got a save. Cool. So how much damage?
Those are D3 damage apiece, so that is how many failed total?
4. Now I do have a ability called Ramshackle where I can reduce damage, so we'll have to do it one at a time. And I'll go ahead and roll my Ramshackle for each one. Sound good?
Okay. 4 total failed saves.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna give you your dice back. I'm gonna roll mine.
Yeah. All right. That is a single point of damage on the first one.
Okay, so it's just gonna take that.
Damage 3.
Okay, on a 6, it's reduced to 1. Nope.
Another 3.
Nope.
Another 1.
Okay. So 6, 7, 8 damage. That is exactly enough. Exactly enough. Let's
Roll
see,
for explode.
see if it blows up on a 6. I was about to say, like, now it'll get a 6.
And the audience goes, "Aw."
Yeah. So I'm going to get those boys out of the truck, and we will be back in a moment. We are back, and my orcs have piled out like this. I am going to roll to see if any of them die. So it's 11 dice. 11 dice.
You should be rolling the war boss separately.
No. Because it says for each
No,
model.
no,
It
that's
says
just
for
right,
each
that's
model, and then I
right.
get to pick. So I would have to roll all of these as ones for him to die. Which, in spite of my best effort here, it looks like I did not. So it's 3 ones there. So it's going to be 3. I'm just going to pull the 3 guys that are farthest back from things that want to, get punchy.
All right, so we're gonna do some fun split fire shenanigans with the warriors since I didn't move them like I should have.
Okay.
These 2 venom cannons do have line of sight on the bikes through the ruins because he's a character, can't shoot at him.
Hello there.
2 venoms there, venom into there, and that leaves 3 more going into the Ludas. This is a mess, so we're gonna handle it 1 stage at a time.
Smart.
These are the 3 going into the Ludas. That is pretty decent shooting.
Yeah. Can't be upset with it. I mean, I'm upset with it, but you can.
They're tough 4, correct?
Yes.
Wounding on 3s.
All right. So it's 4 wounds.
At
Or
minus,
5 wounds. Sorry.
At -1.
All right. So 6 ups. It's only 1 save, so that's going to be 4 dead Ludas.
D3 shots from the venom cannon. That is 2. Red dice are for venom cannon.
Okay. All right.
3s to wound and moving on.
All right. The boys are backing down. Sorry.
2d3 from the other 2 venom cannons on the bikes. 3 more shots. 2 hits.
That'll be nothing.
Warriors are mad at me for forgetting about them. I'm going to once again go down the list 1 at a time and drop spore mines on the boys.
All right. That's the spore mine.
That's the spore mine.
There's where the spore mine landed. How close can he be to
Actually,
the model?
yeah, that's too close.
Yeah. There we go.
Yep, it's got to be a minimum of 3 away.
And how close can it be to this one?
It needs to be more than 3 inches away from all enemy models.
Okay.
And within 6 of the targeted unit, and more than 3 inches away from all enemy models.
Okay.
Five war number 2. Same target. That is another miss. That is another spore mine.
All right. And last one?
Same.
That'll hit.
That's a hit.
Roll another 1 like last
What do it do? A mortal wound.
All right. Sorry, Jimmy. Okay, so now we are going to go into Tyranid Assault phase.
Declaring a charge with the Genestealers.
Alright, I've got to roll a butt ton of Overwatch, so we'll be back in a second. So, D3 shots per. 3 each.
Oh boy.
1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
5,
12.
13, 87, 117. Continue.
So this many shots. Hitting on 6s, rerolling 1s. 6s are additional shots. So I'm going to get my 1s to reroll first. Not terribly many. So nothing converted there. 2 hits. Strength 7 versus toughness 4.
3s to wound.
Only 1 wound.
5 up. Ninja dodge. No.
Ninja dodge. Are we? Is this what we're doing now? Is this the life you're choosing?
And
Roll your double 1 for your charge so we can move forward. I said double 1. You half right, but like next time just. This is what it looks like after the charge.
Grots and that truck are being charged.
I'm going to do Overwatch for the truck first. This is the easy one. The only thing that can actually shoot is the big shoot on the outside. The guys inside cannot shoot. That is nothing. 9 shots with their little grot pistols. Look at that. They're doing a thing. Good job. Good job, guys. Good job. They are winning on 5, so that's 2 wounds.
2 5-ups.
That's hilarious. After charges, this is what we're looking at here. Alright, so we are back. He's doing it 30 at a time.
With the larger dice tray slash
It's a spray tray.
painting
Yeah.
research tray.
Alright, let's do this.
Alright, this is the first half, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s.
And they get no save, correct?
Well, because they're all a 6. They're a 6 up. Everything is a minimum of AP1.
Yeah, so it's just dead orcs.
There's technically 3 different possibilities. But this is just dead orcs.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is the unit. We're not even going to worry about rolling the rest of them. For sake of time, Clay, I'm going to just pull the grots. So get your pile in, like get your consolidation, and then I'll pull the grots. So 3 swing on the truck.
Ah, caught it.
Good catch. All right.
Looking for 6s. Actually, what toughness is a truck?
Truck's only tough 6.
Truck's only tough 6. So 5s and 6s. Still looking for 6s because that means no save.
Yes.
That's a save at -1.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and roll this as save -1. So 5 plus save, no save. So that's 2 damage. So at the end of the turn, we'll go ahead and kind of do end of your turn, we'll do a quick synopsis of scoring for ITC purposes. You are currently holding 1, 2, and 3 objectives, 4 objectives out of the 5 on the board.
But for ITC, it only matters right now that I'm holding.
Yeah, you've got one. You are going to get hold more. You also have both of your chosen objectives. So
I've got the bonus.
Point. And you also should have gotten a Reaper point as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Bikers do count for Reaper, so yes, that puts me first point on Reaper as well.
Yep. All right. So very, very good scoring turn for the Tyranids. We'll see if I can make anything work for me during my next turn.
All right. After the Orc movement, we have
a lot of things disembarked.
Yeah.
So we've
So
got
disembarked and moved.
20 shooter boys disembarked and moved the battle wagon. War boss moved there, disembarked the other 10-man unit of boys, moved them into the building with the surviving boys from that unit, spent a command point to mob them up so they are one large unit. War boss and pain boy supporting. Was able to disembark the guys, move the truck out of combat, move them over. There's from that truck, disembarked there, so we have their banner waver, or wall banner. More boys, our bikes moved over here. I need to just retake this flank very badly.
Because that's what got me the bonus point.
Yeah, Minion moved up here. He's just kind of chilling.
Who?
Minya.
Oh, right.
Sorry, my weird boy. I've named him Minya.
Your shaman.
And I love him.
It took me a minute to get there. Goodbye, Jake. You okay, Jake? You back?
Good. No, I'm not. You know what? I don't. Saga face. Oh, good. Yes. Alright, so Saga face Minya. He is 12 inches from the war boss, so he can actually cast a spell I want to cast. He is going to cast Fist of Gork on my war boss. Goes off on a 10. He's a big boy.
With a minimum of effort.
Yes. So what that does is,
You didn't get there immediately, did you, Jake?
So you select an orc character model that's visible in 12 inches from the side. Add 2 to that model's strength and attack characteristics.
Okay.
So he's +2 strength and attack, which is really nice. He's then going to smite. The closest visible thing is this last Spore Mine. I hate you so much. So just to kill the Spore Mine, and he doesn't.
Spore mines, kids. The bane of psychers everywhere.
Yeah, no, it's very frustrating.
For extra fun times, deploy them against Grey Knights.
Alright, so we're going to do the interesting stuff first. We're going to have... So, this blob of boys is going to shoot into the Genestealers. So, that's going to be 18 shooter shots. That's 36 shots. So, hitting on 5s and 6s, rerolling 1s. Couple ones.
Reroll those ones.
You gotta pick them up first, Clay. Be patient. Alright, so I'm gonna roll there. So it didn't get me 2 more. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull misses out. So one thing I will say, if you're playing against someone, you can do this if you know them very well. If you're just meta dude at your shop, do not reach into his dice tray.
Yeah, Jake and I have known each other for so long, we help each other with dice rolls and that kind of stuff all the time.
It's a good way to catch a beating. Alright, so decent number of hits. I did get 4 6s, that's 4 additional shots. Rerolling the 2 1s. It's a 4 and a 3, so no. Alright, strength 4 versus toughness 4. Forced wound. Doesn't look too shabby. So 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds, sir.
Alright. Genestealers, 7 saves. That is but a single save, that is 6 casualties.
So now the 2 big shooters out of the boy unit.
Oh boy.
My lad. Alright, so 6 shots. Rerolling 1s. Only 1 hit. Wounding on 3. Does not wound. Alright, so I've got the 4 big shooters on the battle wagon going into it. So rerolling 1s. That was a 5 and a 6.
Okay.
So not bad at all. So yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more wounds. Looks like you made 4 of them. I'll go ahead and have this truck shoot into them just for funsies.
The warriors that refuse to take damage.
Yep, so 3 big shooter shots from the truck, hitting on 6s. There's 2 of them, give me 2 additional shots. So, nope, still 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. 1 wound. That is a picked off warrior.
Yep, because there's a warrior at 1 wound remaining. Off he goes. Keep going, sir.
All right, 6 shots from the war boss into them. Rerolling 1s for bad wounds. 1 additional shot because that one that did hit was a 6, so nothing. So that's 1. Wounding on 3. I'm sorry, a 4, and that is a wound.
That is a 4.
That is also a 4. The big shooter here shooting the Zoanthropes.
Okay.
Try to just pick off that last wound. It worked over there. I reroll the 1. Nope, no hits. I'm gonna have... I have to kill those spore mines before I get into combat. So this may seem excessive, but I'm not worried about the...
You're gonna point the entire squad of boys at it?
I'm gonna do half and half.
And you do half and half?
Yeah, so...
Okay. Then I'm actually gonna make you roll it out on the spore mine, because it'd be hilarious if you did that and got punished for splitting.
So 7 into the right one. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. So 2 additional shots. That is cocked. Reroll that one. Yes. Wounding on 2s.
Wounding on 3s is tough 3.
Oh, I thought it was tough too for some reason. Anyway.
But there's no save, so that repels the first one.
Okay. Rerolling the 1. Okay, so it's 2 hits, only 2. And 3s, that's 2. Okay, that's 2 wounds, so it's a 3 and a 5.
No, 1's enough.
I'm gonna go ahead and have what boys can see are going to shoot into here. Just because not all of them can actually see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The guy on the
1, 2,
corner
3,
can
4,
see
5,
around
6.
because a couple of them have their butts hanging out of those ruins.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in total.
Sounds good.
Rerolling 1s. So that's 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. 1 wound, sir.
Failed save.
I'm gonna go ahead and have my knob with the banner. He has a custom shooter. So 2 shots into them. 1 hit gives me an additional shot. No wounds from the war bikes into them.
So the bikes are hitting on...
5s.
It's orcs, of course. Everything hits on 5s.
Look at you.
Actually learning stuff.
So proud. Not a single... Oh, no, sorry, 2 6s. 3 6s. Oh my gosh. I'm blind. So 3 additional shots. Nets me 1 more. So these are wounding on 4s.
Are they strength 4 or 5?
I believe they're strength 4.
That's right, this is bite shooters.
Yeah. So 2 wounds, sir.
1 save, 1 failed.
10 tank buster shots.
You okay, Jake?
No, I'm not. 10 tank buster shots into them. I'm using my tank busters against freaking Genestealers. No, I'm not okay. Rerolling the 1. It does go into a 6. So will give me 1 additional shot, which is a 4. So 4 hits. Wounding on 2s because strength 8. That is 4 wounds, sir.
All right. 4 chances for them to be cheeky and dodge. Only 1.
We're gonna just go ahead and go straight into the assault phase. Truck into the Zoanthropes.
Overwatch with foul language.
You son of a... Right. So the truck's gonna swing an Ace Ventura against them.
Like a glove.
Like a glove. This truck into the Warriors. So get your Overwatch on the Warriors. This truck is declaring a charge into the Warriors. And keep in mind, it does not actually have a Wrecking Ball. It just looks really cool.
So this is the 3d3 shots from the Venom Cannons.
That's 5 shots.
Silver dice are Warriors with Death Spitters. Red dice are Venom Cannons. Oh, none from the D3 damage, but that's still 3 hits.
All right. Tough 6.
So looking for 5s and 6s.
So 2
So
wins.
that is 2 at -1.
All right, so 5 ups.
Made 1, failed 1.
Yep. So now, the War Boss is going to declare a charge on the Genestealers and the Warriors.
Okay.
Easier charge if he rolls low. If he rolls high enough, he can go and try to kill several of the Warriors. I'm going to, here we go, the entire thing.
Well then. How rude.
These boys into the Genestealers. Just to see how many of them I can get in. Here we go. There we go. We'll come back after I pile everybody in. This blob of boys into the Genestealers. 4, 5, 6 will not get them there. I'm going to reroll the 2. Here we go. And 9 will definitely get them in. So, this guy.
We'll be right back after the moves. There's also a barking dog that we're going to deal with.
There's the boys after their charge. We're going to have the tank busters charge as well. Just trying to get as many punches as I can on them.
7 is more than enough.
6 inches of both units. Not going to try to charge the bikes or the wall banner just because they couldn't possibly get in anyway. These boys into the gaunts. That will be more Overwatch for you. Just for, looks like 4 gaunts.
Nothing.
So that is an 8. I will keep it.
All right, and I'm going to help him move models.
Yeah, this will be.
We'll be right back. Have made their way into the building.
Oh, Dwa. All right, so
Where are we swinging first?
I'm going to swing over on this unit. The unit of boys are going to swing into the Genestealers. Are within 6 inches of the wall banner. I did pre-measure it. Both of these units are. They get to re-roll. They get to. I'm sorry, not re-roll. They get to add 1 to their hit rolls during the fight phase. So these are going to be hitting on 2s.
Okay.
All right, so 30 attacks from the boys hitting on 2s. That one is cocked. There's 1.
There's, yeah, that.
Okay. All right.
All right. 4 is to wound. 4 is to wound.
11 wounds, sir.
Right. Dang.
Wow, okay. So that's 6 saves?
Yeah, so that's 5 models. 1 moment while I pull casualties. I'm going to interrupt with the warriors and see if I can do some damage to this war boss.
Warriors are interrupting. They're piling in. Looks like you're gonna have to split between the truck and the warrior. The truck and the war boss.
I am. I'm going to put these 4 on the war boss. Those 3 are going to be swinging on the truck.
All right.
Going to be 12 attacks on the war boss, hitting on 2s because of the Pyramid Prime.
All right.
So looking for 5s.
There's a couple in there.
Single damage.
He makes none of them. I believe that drops him. So if I don't do anything, that will drop him. Because he has 7 wounds exactly. I'm going to command point reroll. And just hope for a Hail Mary here. Because all I need is him at 1 wound. Nope. Alright, so that's the war boss dead.
The other 3 warriors swinging on the truck.
Alright.
Tough, so 5s and 6s. So
5.
5.
And he's already taken a wound in Overwatch. So that's 5 wounds. Alright. So I will get him a wound marker. And so after the sad death of our war boss, his name was Gitwappa. He's got a big chopper. He left it at home. He normally lets the axe drop it, but didn't get a chance today. We have to pay respect in the chat below. Anyway, so we have I've already piled them in. The tank busters have piled in. They're going to get their 20 attacks. I did pile them in out of range of the banner, but I felt getting all of them attacking was worth more. So that's just me hitting on 3s. Hitting on 2s would have been nice, but it didn't matter super a lot, but mattered enough that I wish I would have had it. Alright, 4s. 1. Still not bad. 8 wounds. You say 5 of them.
Wow. The Genestealers that would not die.
All right, now I'm not joking anymore. I've been taking it easy on you. No more. No more. Not doing it. Not happening. All right, we're moving on. So this unit of boys is gonna pile in and do all their punchy punch. Hitting on 3s. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. 10 wounds. No.
10 saves.
I'm a little frazzled, I'm sorry. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and do you want to roll that one slightly cocked?
Nah, you can have it.
Okay. Thanks, so generous. So, these guys in here, so we're going to do the arduous task of figuring out what's actually fighting.
And we'll be right back.
Onto these poor gaunts. Hitting on 3s. Strength 4 versus toughness 3, maybe?
Yes, 3s to win.
Woo! So excited. I just can't doubt it. 13, 14, 15. 18 wounds.
18 wounds?
Yes, sir.
I'm just going to pull them.
Okay.
Spending 3 command points on.
Get stuck in, lads. Unit of a orc infantry unit can pile in and attack again. So,
how many Genestealers do I have left over there?
4.
4 is enough. I'm gonna make you roll it.
So, 12 attacks.
Hitting on 3s.
Yep. Winning on 4s.
Wounding on 4s.
So it's 5. At least 1.
But you've got it anyway because I'm not going to spend the command points on morale for them.
Gotcha. Yep.
I'm not going to... Do you really think I'm going to spend 2 command points to save a single Genestealer?
I can hope.
2 Genestealers right here. Vengeance for the fallen. Not really.
They're tired.
They're getting crumped.
That way they are locked in combat, so you
Yeah.
can't shoot them with your artillery or anything like that. So that 20-man orc squad is safe. Well, as safe as you can be when you're having to hug a Genestealer to live. Which seems like questionable life choices.
Well, the
really.
squad is safe. The 3 or 4 guys around those 2 probably aren't, but the squad is safe.
Hey, the needs are the many.
What orc said that?
Orchimedes.
Right, quite a bloody turn. All of my Genestealers, but those 2 poor lone survivors right there are gone. Put down quite a few boys myself, but Jake had a big scoring turn. Despite me getting the bonus, Jake's doing some cleanup over there for the pile o' dead. Despite me getting the bonus point from what I had held, he actually ended up holding more, nullifying my bonus point. So that plus him getting his objectives, including double recon. We'll talk about that when we talk about ITC stuff.
But we went down and measured it, and it's because I've got truck here. This unit of boys is spread out enough inside of the building that they're in all quarters anyway. I've got like 4 units over here.
He's got his Psyker and the Gretchen, and he's got these 2 over here. So yes, he in fact has double recon. That has caught him all up to just 1 point shy of me. Suddenly, it's a game again. How do you feel about that?
I feel a lot better because it was getting to the point to where, especially when my war boss died, I'm like, okay, that takes away a huge hitting element of my army, which it did. But just the fact that I'm still, like, I outnumber you, which is going to be a problem because I'm going to be able to get double recon again next turn more than likely because all I have to do is spread some of my things out. So if I play the board, if I play the objective, that's going to put me in a really nice spot to keep going with it and potentially just outpoint you just based off the objective.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Okay, we are coming back in at the end of Tyranid movement. Give us a quick rundown of what we've got going on here.
Zoanthropes fell back from the truck, but it's still the closest smite target for them.
but I think I have a better idea for that.
Okay.
Neurothrope and Swarmlord move to where they can apply sweet, sweet smites to that mass of boys. Try and take the middle objective back.
Okay.
And brought my represent over here.
Oh, cheeky buggers. Turn 3 Tyranid second phase.
With Swarmlord smite.
Alright.
That will go off.
Goes over the 9. Alright.
D3 mortals. So 2.
That is 2. Okay, so they are within range of the Pain Boy. So.
Field nose.
6 up field nose.
Mm-hmm.
Made 1, failed 1, so that is 1 boy dead.
Alright. Neurothrope. Smiting on a 6. He can reroll once.
That is
So,
it.
smite is cast. 2 more.
2 more. I'm just going to keep using your dice because they roll well. Nothing. So
Not
that
for
is-
you.
Oh, shut up. I'm going to pull 2 guys from the front.
Alright. Psychic Scream. Only needs a 5, so that
Goes off
easily
on a
goes
9.
off. That is another D3.
For
Only 1.
Alright, more my dice. Sorry for the shaky camera. Does not get it, unfortunately.
And then the Zoanthropes, since they have to hit the truck.
7?
Third smite does go. Oh, I can reroll the 1 anyway.
Yeah, they're still within range. So, yeah,
I was
goes
hoping
off
for
on
a super.
Yeah, I know you were. You can only do that once a game.
There's not a limit on that.
It is in my games. Alright, go ahead and give me a D3.
2D3 because they're still above. They're
Oh, that's
still 4
right.
plus models.
Yeah, so,
So
3,
4 on the truck.
4,
That's why I
wow.
really wanted to get them in range of those boys.
Okay, yeah, so they take 4 mortal wounds. That's crazy.
The
He's
truck
down to,
does.
That's what I'm saying. The truck takes 4 more wounds. He's down to 6. So let's get him a wound counter. So, there you go. Alright.
Hive Guard are firing on the boys holding that center objective. I need them out of the way so I can retake the middle. 12 shots from the Hive Guard.
I like the ones. I like what I'm seeing. I don't like the rest of that, though.
Okay, this is going to be 2s to wound. So that is 7 wounds.
After the shooting, there are 5 remaining.
Alright, the Tyranid Prime can see almost all of them through the doorway. He's taking his 3 shots.
All hit.
3 hits. 3s to wound.
2 wounds.
2 wounds at -1, so they will get a save thanks to cover.
6 up. Nothing. So 2 6 up. Feeling pants. 1. So that's 1 dead.
5 ores, 1 at a time.
All right.
That is a hit.
Yes, it is.
That is nothing.
You haven't used a command point yet. If you want to try to actually convert it over.
No, I'm gonna need those for other things.
Okay.
That is another hit. That is a mortal wound.
So I will take my save. That I make.
5 ore number 3. Miss Spore Mine.
Shooting, yes.
2 command points, shoot again.
Oh. Okay, fair play.
Hive Guard are I need to deny you double recon. Let's blow that vehicle out of existence.
Rude. All right, so toughness 6.
So 3's here.
Okay.
So 6 up saves.
All right, and I'll just reroll one of these. It was 5 dice.
Mm-hmm. So 1
made
save made. Well, 1 more.
Nope. So that is
5d3 damage.
yes, sir.
Truck.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, so ramshackle.
Oh crap! That's right. Ramshackle's gonna matter.
Yes. So go ahead and we'll resolve these one at a time.
Yep. So I'll move them out of the way.
Yep.
So
So the ones will go through. So the one just goes through.
yeah. All right. So
3. Nope. 3. Nope. And that'll get it, but we'll still just do it for sake of completion. Okay, so he does convert that one to 1 wound and that one to 1 wound. So let's see if it blows up. Alright, we're gonna see if the truck blows up on a 6. It does not. Alright, so the truck is removed. That also gets... So I lied! We're not done with shooting yet.
Neurothrope.
Swarmlord's giving the Neurothrope the ability to make a free move.
Yep.
So he is there.
So he moves into the building.
Yep.
Now we are in the assault phase. Take your Overwatch on the Swarmlord. He's charging as well.
Okay, so it's just going to be 4 shots from boys. Daga, daga, daga. Rolling 1s because bad moons. What is that? It's a 6. Rolling makes for shot. It is not a 6. Rolling to wound. That is not a wound. That's a lot of hubbub for nothing. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's that'll give it. I tried to pull back as far as I could, but couldn't quite do it. Yep, that's gonna happen. All right. What's next? And nothing else, I don't think.
No, that's actually all I've got right now.
All right. Well, sir, go ahead and just butcher the boys. I am gonna make you swing for it just because I do have feel no pains up and just awkward things like that.
Yeah, there is enough stuff.
It's important. It's important enough that I want you to roll for it.
Tail does hit.
All right. Does wound.
Does wound.
Does it have an AP?
No, the tail has no AP. It is still D3 damage.
Okay. 6 up. Oh, he's good.
Okay. 6 swings with the bone sabers. Hitting on 2s, so everything hits. He is strength 8 because he's still at full profile, so
Yes,
wounding on 2s.
That's all of them.
No mortals from his ability.
Oh, well, that's handy, I guess.
But that is 6 wounds at flat 3.
All right. So didn't need to roll that. Oh god, I just knocked over my pain point. So that is what's left of the building after the Swarmlord met the green remnants of that large boy squad.
Warriors.
All right, so swinging with the warriors into the truck. 4 attacks apiece. That's quite a good chunk of dice.
Yes, it is. Hitting on 2s because of prime.
Yep. There's a 4 back there. It's cocked if you wouldn't being a friend.
5s to wound. I'm going to pick out.
That looks like 10.
At -2.
All right, I'm just going to use your dice for sake of expediency. And I'll roll this for a second. So 6 ups. And that's already enough just off of those for that first batch to kill it. Let's just see. Yeah. Yep, it's dead. See if it blows up. No. So that is another vehicle removed.
So that is most importantly a 3rd kill for me this turn.
Yes, very, very important. It's going to make life a lot more difficult for me than it has to be. I still have things I could use this.
That's fine, it's fine.
So, all right. So goes to my initiative. Those boys are going to attack the Genestealers. Do you want us to remove the Genestealers?
Yeah, we're just going to remove those Genestealers. It's fine.
Yeah. So I'll get them. They're consolidate. I'm just going to scoot them forward. And we will go from there. So that appears to be it for Tyranids turn 3.
And that's why I needed that 3rd kill, because you're getting one for free right there.
Yeah. So how do you feel about your turn though overall?
It's good because it's going to make you come in and fight my Swarmlord, which is what I want your war boss to be doing.
Makes sense.
I mean, I want him to come in and fight the most killy thing I have.
Yeah. It's not something I want to do, but I think I got it. So, all right.
That's the goal. You pretty much have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish consolidating my boys down here.
And I need to consolidate those warriors.
Yep. So we're gonna finish up some last minute consolidations, and we will come back at Orks turn 3.
Orc movement phase for turn 3. Walks through it.
All right. So after dispensing with the Genestealers, these boys had consolidated and moved farther up. They're looking to threaten that objective. The battle wagon moved up. I may still point him at the warriors. I'm not 100% sure, but he has moved there. Warboss and Painboy moved into the ruins, accepting the challenge so graciously roared at us by the Swarmlord. Warbikers moved here. These boys moved here. He advanced there. Thankbusters moved there. The truck just scooched back a smidge just to get a little more comfy in that little bit of ruins. That's all I got. The Gretchens are staying still. My weird boy has climbed all the way to the top of the ruins, forever being chased by that effing spore mine.
That I keep forgetting to charge with.
But it's still there and it's still bothersome. So,
yes. Oh, yes.
So we're going to go into the psychic phase.
Okay.
So one cool thing about where the thing is that over one of your warriors by chance?
Not. It's like an inch out. What do you need? An 18-inch range?
Yeah. Is that over the Swarmlord? Is it over that random spore mine in there?
It's over the spore mine. I don't know if it's over the Swarmlord, but
I'm smiting the spore mine.
you have to smite the one there because it's closest.
Closest visible.
Oh, and spore mine's on the bottom floor.
Yep. So I'm still smiting a spore mine somehow. It goes off. The spore mine is dead. Anticlimax.
Okay, hang on. Wait. I need to make a spore no pain roll.
That was just bad.
You can edit this one out.
No, I'm leaving it.
Nah, your loss. Moving on.
All right, so moving on. Now we're going to the shooting phase. Made
Okay,
for it to be prosperous.
What's first?
Let's go ahead and do. Let's go this way to this way because this is stuff I know what I'm doing. Over here, I'm still trying to decide.
Okay.
So we'll start over here. Big Shooter is going to put 3 big shots into the Swarm of Lord.
I'm calling cover.
I figured you would. Rerolling ones. So that is a single hit.
Is there any AP on the big shooter?
No, sir. Strength 5, so wounding on 5s. That's 2.
Okay.
And fire the war boss. He has a combi rocket. Effectively. Do I put? Yeah, I'm gonna fire both of them. He's only hitting on 6s, but it's 2 shooter shots and a rocket shot. Probably a bad idea, but it's more fun, so we're doing it. So 2 shooter shots. You're rolling 1s. Okay, and the rocket. Nope, so neither hit. 18 shots from the Warbikers.
Okay.
Going into the Swarmlord. Rerolling 1s. I think there's 5 of them. That did net me a 6, which is wonderful. So. Okay, so that is, looks like 2 6s, so 2 additional shots. Another. Alright, so wounding on 5s. Wow. It's like one of your saving throws.
On the Swarmlord.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a whole lot of DACA.
2 ups.
Alright.
Good.
These boys are going to put as many of them that can see into them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to say 5.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 shots. Wow. 1 additional shot. Strength 4.
Mm-hmm. So 3s.
1 wound.
Saved. No, they're 6s.
10 rockets into the Swarmlord.
This is when I really wish I'd gotten
Catalyst.
off. Yes.
Oh, we'll see how if this actually translates.
I see at least 1 6.
Yeah, there are a couple actually. Let me move the ones that just failed. There's a 6 hiding behind that. So 3 additional shots. Reroll 1. So that many hits. Strength 8, so 3s.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3, 4, 5 wounds at 18 minus. Strength 8, AP minus 2. Strength 8, AP minus 2, flat 3 damage.
On his invulns.
Yep.
Command point reroll. Good. So after the command point reroll, only taking 1, that's 3 points of damage on the Swarmlord. That has him at 10 wounds. I'm putting the wound counter on the top floor of the building.
Nice. I'm going to spend my last 2 command points for showing off. Have them
And
shoot
again.
Yep. So 10 shots. Rerolling 1s. Look at that. Not as good as last time, but 2 6s.
Okay. About as bad.
Yep. 3s again.
I see 1s.
Yep. So that's 3 more wounds.
All right.
On his invuln.
3 more save.
That's 9 damage, boss man. Takes him down to 1 wound.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry for the shaky cam on that, guys.
It's a little emotional.
Their saves.
Alright, so these boys are going to put everything into the warriors.
Okay.
36 shoe boys. Rerolling ones.
Remembering the -1 because they are still in range.
Yep, so it's just hitting 6. So
Zoanthrope.
they're hitting on 6s.
Correct.
Bunch of 1s to reroll. These are all 1s. So I'm just going to roll here. And most of them are 1s again. Who knows? So that's going to be 2 hits. Oh, I'm sorry. No. 6s.
Just
That's
6s.
right. Only 4. That'll be 4 additional shots. Rerolling 1s.
It did get you 1 extra hit.
Yes, it did.
So it is a total of
5.
5 hits.
Yep. Just 4 of those up. Alright. So, wounding on force. That is 4 wounds.
Four saves for the warriors. There's only 1 failed save. Keep going.
6 shots from the 2 big shooters. And none of them will make contact.
Okay. Now that was from the squad, and then now you've got this truck to point at the.
12 shots from the battle wagon.
Okay.
On 5s. Rerolling 1s. Really good shots there.
Yeah.
2 additional shots. Rerolling 1s. That was. We all know.
I know.
So that many hits. 1 wound.
6 up.
Big shooters are nothing but DACA.
All right. Moving on.
All right, assault phase. These boys are going to charge the Rippers.
Okay.
6, 7. Yeah, 7 definitely get in. So.
Warboss and Pain Boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So,
Are they both charging?
Yeah,
or just
they're both going to charge in. So
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of a moot point for both of them, but Pain Boy was the first. He's going to go there, and he's going to tie up the.
He's gonna hit both. Okay.
And then the Warboss. Yeah. Let's be fair. We all knew the Warboss was in. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Those orcs into the gaunts.
Okay.
So I already measured I need a 4-inch charge to get in. Rerolling with, here we go. It's an 8. So we'll be right back after I actually move everybody.
All right. Battle wagon came crashing in. The boys hitting those gaunts on the other side. They're gonna have a bad time.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do the Warboss first.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise he might not swing at all. And we know how that.
All right. Warboss swinging on the Swarmlord.
4 attacks and then 2 attacks from his attack squig. His name is Chompums. So let's go ahead and do this over here. All right, 4 attacks. Normally hits on 2s, hitting on 3s because of Power Claw.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet, 4 hits. So 3s. That's all 4. So you have your invuln in combat.
3 up invuln in melee.
There is a 1 and a 2. So you can't even command point to keep him alive.
Yep.
Does he Death Frenzy?
He can.
Let's see if he does. He does not.
Neurothrope.
Yep. So 4 attacks from the Pain Boy. He is swinging with his Power Claw and then his Syringe, which is lovely. So he normally hits on 3s. Power Claw takes him to hitting on 4s. So 1 hit with the Power Claw. He is Strength 8 currently. That is a wound. Save.
That is a save.
Alright, now he swings with his Dirty Syringe. 1 additional attack with the Dirty Syringe. If he does hit with it, it will always wound on a 4+. So, does not hit with it. Let's do the boys over here. 24 attacks, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. So that is 1, 2, 3, 14 wounds, sir.
14 saves.
Roll that one in the box.
I made 4, but there's only 9 wounds there, and they've already taken some damage, so that will kill them all.
Last and certainly not least are the boys over here. So
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna figure out exactly how many I have in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm gonna say 13, but does that sound alright to you?
Sounds fine.
Alright, so 26 attacks.
So 26 attacks from the boys going into the Termagants.
Alright. Not as many hits as I would like, to be honest.
All right.
When you on priest. I'm gonna reroll that cocked one.
I'm just gonna roll those.
Yep, so it's 9 in total. I just wanted to know how many it was.
Saves.
Not a 1.
Not a 1. And that squad there is 1 model left who can end up being within Synapse if I choose to pull so. So before I even pull any models, roll the attacks for the battle wagon.
Oh, yeah. So 6 attacks, sitting on 5s. That is 1 hit, wounding on a 2. That is a wound.
6 up save. Okay.
So the battle wagon
That wipes
does
the squad.
indeed crush one under its mighty
All right.
tread.
That's it for the assault phase.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
be.
We'll be. Your Neurothrope can headbutt something.
Oh yeah. Let's see if he can actually accomplish anything. Well, that's 2 hits.
2.
That's 2 wounds.
If he kills my pain boy, I mean he can't. But you
I was
know
gonna
what I
say, yeah.
mean. Pain
Nope.
boy is a 6 up save. So,
Oh well, so
2 6 up feeling of pains. So he takes
1 wound. Okay.
Hey, that's what we're doing.
Now we're done. Now we're done.
Up for the last turn puts Jake up now at 14 to 17. He got hold more and kill more and the bonus. So that was a pretty big swing in his favor, but I think I still have the firepower on the board to turn it around.
Yeah, you still got all of your really scary stuff. Scary stuff on the board. So we'll see how everything goes out, but we will go on and the board is actually after his movement phase. We just remembered to do this, so we'll actually go ahead and look at where everything is and what he's going to be doing going into Tyranid's psychic phase on turn 4. The warriors have moved through the building. They're going to go address the green problem that's popped up in their back line. His artillery is still standing still, done the same thing they've done all game, which is stand there and murder things with shooting. The Zoanthropes have advanced in to get them within range of my characters so they can start distributing some mortal wounds. And that's pretty much the plan, is to kill as much as possible and
In the
try to
psychic
restrict
phase
me.
and the shooting phase, yes.
Yeah. All right.
So we're starting with the Neuro.
Okay.
He's going to. How many wounds does the Pain Boy have?
The Pain Boy, I believe he has 4. Let me double check. Yes, the Pain Boy has 4 wounds to start. He is down to 3 remaining.
We're going to start with Psychic Scream.
He screamed.
Boy, I'm
Rerolling.
glad
Yeah.
Neurothropes can reroll once.
What? Wow.
I only need a 5. I'm going to command point reroll the 1.
All right.
God bless it. All right.
Wow. Okay. He can still smite though.
Smite out of the Neuro, which goes off.
Goes off on a 5. Good. Good. So. All
2.
right. So he's down to 1 wound remaining. I'm just gonna put this over here.
Pain Boy is close.
I actually do have two Fiona Pains. Sorry. I forgot he was a Pain Boy. And that will save 1, so he's at 2 wounds. And he is closer than the War Boss is. You want to have a think?
Well, it's too late now. Does go off.
Yep. So
it, it doesn't matter what they do.
Because it's a minimum
Because
of 2.
minimum of 2 will kill
Go
them.
ahead and do it because I have a Fiona Pain roll.
Oh, yeah.
So rolling 2d3, so it's only 2. He is alive.
And
at
he's still
1 wound.
standing.
Prime is putting his shots into the boys.
All right.
3 hits.
All right. And that
2.
that dice was cocked, by the way. That's why I rerolled.
2 wounds.
All right. So 2 wounds. AP on that.
-1.
Okay, so no saves. Just 2 dead boys.
Okay, this is 2 boys.
Okay.
All right. Continuing, there are
Pull the 2 closest just to make it to where a double one would fail.
D3 from the venom cannon that can see them.
That's 2.
Hitting on 3s because Prime is still nearby.
That's all wounds, sir. Yeah.
I'm gonna fire Hive Guard on the battle wagon.
All right. Toughness 7.
So wounding on 3s. So that is 6 saves at -2.
All right. So I'm just gonna roll these.
That works.
So 6 up saves. Doesn't pass a single one.
So that is 63 damage.
Okay.
How many wounds on the battle wagon?
16, I believe. We'll check here in a second. So
It doesn't have ramshackle,
7,
does
8,
it?
9, 10, 11. After the first round of shots from them, he is down to 5 wounds remaining on the battle wagon.
5 ores.
5 wars.
One at a time.
Firing at what? Battle wagon?
Yes.
So first one is a miss, so that'll be a Swarmlord.
Actually,
Yeah, makes sense.
in case it becomes relevant. Next. That's a hit.
Yep.
That's a mortal.
Yes, it is.
Puts him down to 4.
Yes, sir. I'll do this. It's hard to do that
Okay.
looking through a lens.
That's a hit.
Yep. I believe the
Either
4.
way,
yeah, either way
it's a mortal. Either way, it's a mortal
So he's
wound.
down to 3 wounds remaining.
Hive Guard are going to shoot again, which will leave me at 1 command point.
Okay. Into the battle wagon again?
I've got to split fire.
Oh.
I've got to do enough damage to those boys.
It's
to
a-
make
it's
sure
a-
my warriors
it's-
can wipe them out.
It's in those moments where you kind of have to get a little greedy to see if it works.
Yeah, but I figure if I split it 50-50, that'll be enough.
Yeah, it should. Only 3 wounds left on the... Yeah. Alright. So,
So this
first
is the
half.
6 on the battle wagon.
Alright. Good. No, yeah, not terrible, but not as good as you were hoping.
3s,
That's
2 6-ups.
Alright. Roll my own dice. Nope.
Minimum will not kill it. That kills it.
That does kill it. Let's see if it goes boom. I hope it doesn't.
It'll be hilarious if it does.
It does not.
Alright, that was the other 6 shots on the rest
Okay.
of them. So that is once again 4 hits. And we're wounding on 2s. So
No saves. Even,
that's
even in
just,
cover. Yeah,
that's
so-
just 2 more dead orcs. And these guys ignore cover.
Yeah.
Hive Guard, best shooting unit 2 units have. Boys.
Yep, so 18 shots. 6s. So I'm just going to set the 6s out, and those will also be additional shots because Orks is fun. I did find it strange whenever I first saw the rules in their codex. There's a 1 there, I'll reroll that. When I saw the rules in their codex, how they functioned, and they were surprisingly interesting in shooting. It's kind of what drew me to them, to be honest. So 5 extra shots. 1 more. I'll take it.
Okay.
So 6 hits, wounding on 4s. Only 1 wound, sir. So it's not going to take anyone down, but... Okay, so...
It does cause a point of damage.
Yeah, make it a little bit better if they get in combat.
So I do have that. I do have that 1 left for the reroll because the warriors have to get in. They have to kill those orcs.
So let's see the charge here, friends. It's not that terrible. Looks like about a 6. We'll actually measure this out. A 3 will not get in there. A 3 will not get in there.
Good night, folks.
I do. So 4 attacks from the pain boy.
Yep.
Do it in the thing. He's hitting on 4, so that's 2 hits. 2 wounds.
2 3-ups, made and made.
Yes. He does get an attack with 30 syringe. Hits, wounds on a 4. Wounds. That was my hand everywhere.
I'm keeping that 6.
That's fair.
Alright, Neurothrope. Tactical bumps.
You
One
keep
hit.
going.
Nope.
Tactical bumps. Everything said and done, I did roll morale for the unit. Rolled a 2. They had lost 10, leadership 6. So they ended up losing 6 boys. So we do have a couple guys left still on the objective.
And you're up.
All right, so we did just a quick, because the game is winding down, we did a quick roundup of Orks turn 4. Basically, the main highlights of it, those boys just huddled up in a corner, they are crying. It's kind of shameful, really. Fell the pain boy back out of combat. The war boss charged, punched, did a single wound after hitting with his power claw 3 times, and his attack squig, it's hitting twice and wounding twice. So, fun. Moved him up, moved them up. They whiffed against a couple random shots that they could get at the Zoanthropes. Those boys tried to roll an advance roll to get them into his back line. They failed, so I just left them where they were. The Warbikers advanced up just enough to toe tap in, and the weird boy jumped himself into his back lines, which gave me 3 units in his back lines, which let me double score behind enemy lines. I also was able to pick off the last warrior with the Warbikers as they did go up because their weapons are assault.
You mean the wounded warrior?
Yeah, sorry, the last one, the wounded warrior, I apologize. So I picked up the wounded warrior, which got me up to max my Reaper. So, talking about it, looking at everything.
Jake is currently up by 5 points, 18 to 23. With really good dice, I could come clawing back from this, but we are going to call it here because he has so much board control. I see my artillery unit getting overwhelmed, and I will probably get slaughtered to a man by the time 2 more turns pass.
Yeah, because the bikes are going to get into your artillery unless you point things at them. And I'm just going to be honest, if you point things at my bikes, I don't really care a whole lot.
Yeah.
So, you know, as much as I hate to say that, because I love my bikes, I don't want them to die. If you spend your time killing my bikes, that's not the worst thing for me.
Again, in theory, I could come back from this,
Yeah, no,
but I feel the Orks have carried the day here. I'm going to give it to you.
I appreciate it.
If this was an actual tournament, of course, you play it out to the bitter end, but
Yes.
I'm going to give it to you. Plus, I don't think we'd have time to go 6 turns anyway.
Yeah.
When you have this many models move, you're never going to get 6 turns in a tournament 3 hours. You're just not going. It's just not going to happen.
All right. All right. Thank you guys. We will do a post-game wrap-up. We may end up filming it tomorrow. So if we're in different shirts, do not panic. It's not a glitch in the Matrix. We just changed clothes. It happens. I recommend doing it. Don't be that guy. Okay. There you have it. I'm surprised to say this, but the Orks did end up winning the day. Yeah, I thought that was going to be a lot more one-sided towards you.
I think it's a combination of I've not had to take this list versus a horde army of any kind. I don't consider a guard artillery line a horde list because that's a whole bunch of big guns and then Operation Human Shield. So I don't. Even though there's a lot of bodies there, they're just wounds I have to eat through before I can go bad touch the tanks. So I think that was a big part of it. I think I played better in the first half of the game than the second, playing cagey and holding my Genestealers back.
It felt like you got a little frustrated after a couple things. Like specifically like in the mid game when I was able to put all the damage onto your Swarmlord. And also the dice turned. The dice turned hard on you, especially in your psychic. Like you may as well have not had a psychic phase this game.
No, I didn't. And it was a combination of that, which led to the Swarmlord dying in 2 turns, and I kind of needed him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he went from full health to nothing in 1 turn.
Exactly.
It was all tank busters and then the war boss.
But I mean, he died in your second, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so like I normally need him around 3 turns of the game because he's gonna die eventually.
Well, no, he died. We are doing this the next day, by the way. It's like I say, it was late when we finished playing. He died during my turn 3.
I said turn 2. I meant turn 3.
Yeah, he died during my turn 3, but still, he really wasn't able to do a whole lot. And I think one of the things that made the Orks difficult against the Tyranids, your list is very good. It's tailored more towards what the bigger ITC meta is. So I think against a lot of the meta armies, that Tyranid list is really good. The Warrior Bomb with the Zoanthropes.
This was built to fight Marines, and I think it actually handles that a lot better. Like, you outnumber me, and this list does not have good tools
it doesn't
to
do
handle
good
that.
against numbers. And I think it's also, you have some really heavy-hitting units between the Hive Guards, the Zoanthrope Bomb, and the Warrior Bomb. Like, they're really, really resilient and high damage output. But I really didn't have a lot of good, great targets for them. You could, yes, you did a number of my bikers, which was the right thing to do. It's an absurd amount of shots on a full bike unit if they're able to actually get up.
Yeah, and that was the best thing for me to point my artillery at.
Yeah.
I was able to destroy most of them and then move block the last, what did I leave, 3?
Yeah.
And I effectively just locked them for a turn because they couldn't move through those spore mines.
Yeah. Well,
so
it's
best probably play of the game right there.
Yeah, no,
is
that did a lot.
Spore mine move blocking.
But no, based off of how my list worked, your list works really well at finding. Your list works really well at finding the priority targets and eating them, or tying them up with Genestealers, while the rest of your opponent's army is not really able to do much. Mm-hmm. My army in Orc lists like this, that just focus on being highly mobile and having a bunch of stuff moving around, I don't really have any targets that are necessarily less damaging than the other. Mm-hmm. So that makes it harder to make sure that every turn you're putting down or tying up that really important unit. Like, I didn't have a single castle for you to swarm on. Even
the battle wagon, it only had 4 big shooters on it. Its real job was just to move boys around.
It moves 20 boys until I have to get them out and get them to combat. I ignored
it the entire game and didn't feel like that was a mistake at all.
Yeah, because it was after the boys got out of it and engaged the Genestealers. It is just, you're right, it's just 4 big shooters, which that's not a small amount of shots, but still hitting on 5s. It's still, it is what it is. So, but it was a good game. It was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Like I said, I didn't expect the Orks to actually win, but I'm very happy that they did. I think it was, if his psychic phase had been better, then I probably wouldn't have been able to take out the Genestealer squad on my right flank. I probably wouldn't have killed the Swarmlord in one turn.
I was going to say, missing Catalyst a 5 to cast with a reroll every single time really hurt, because I count on having that added durability. The other thing I want to mention, I think, that hurt me is previously I've been running, instead of a Leviathan detachment for the shooty portion of the army, I've been running Kronos. And I tried that because the warriors more often than not move, so they don't benefit from Kronos's reroll 1s to hit at all, because you have to be standing still to get that bonus in shooting. So the extra durability did help the warriors. You took an obscene amount of firepower to kill the 2 that you did.
Yeah, no, I think I killed 3 through the entire game, something like that. Like, it was,
but
they survived multiple rounds of shooting. When you count the Overwatch, from a full 15-man Luda squad, that was, and I think I did 2 wounds the entire time. It was.
But they're already so durable. I think I need to continue running them as Kronos, because the artillery base being just so much more deadly when you're hitting on 3s and suddenly adding reroll 1s in, even the Biovores, which are only hitting on 4s, being able to reroll 1s goes you from a 50% chance to hit to something like a 70%, 66 or 70% chance to hit.
And I do think that you do take them as Kronos not to benefit the warriors. Like, you're not trying to help the warriors.
And that's what this was an experiment of, and I think that benefiting, because the warriors are fine. They're plenty durable. I don't need to do anything to enhance that. And if the warriors do get to just stand still and unload into something, like they did that one turn,
it would have been beneficial. Yeah.
So I think that's the other thing I think was. I'm not going to blame that for the loss, but I think that also was different than what I'm used to running them as, and thus it changed the math enough that I think that threw me off a little bit as well.
Yeah, and I don't think that was a huge thing, but it probably would have helped, because a couple of the times, like with the Biovores, when you were trying to get mortal wounds through, you did roll 1s. So that could have re-rolled.
Well, I'm thinking more of the Hive Guard is.
Oh, no, this is just off the top of my head.
I mean, I'm thinking more of the Hive Guard there, where when you're putting 12 shots out, hitting on 3s, adding those reroll 1s makes a huge difference in your turnover, especially when you're shooting them twice. I'm dependent on them to do a large amount of damage, and I think that's more important than, because the warriors are there as much to be a giant blob of things that must be dealt with than they are to actually output that much damage.
Yeah, and that was one thing for me, is deciding that I just didn't want to try to deal with the warriors anymore. Helped me out a lot. I think it was just, you know, when you're running an army that is kind of on the back foot as far as overall damage output, because I honestly don't believe, you know, game go on to turn 5, 6, I don't think I would have been able to kill the warriors, even if I focused almost everything on them.
Right. Because the only reason...
So I had to play them. I had to play the board, and that's something that orcs are really good at, is swarming and taking everything.
And that's the reason why I felt it was right to call the game, because while I would have just one little solid core that I don't think you could have taken out, I would have probably been tying or winning on kill points, but then you would have been beating me on. You would have had hold more. Mm-hmm. And probably be able to force the bonus. Definitely would be able to finish up your secondaries, and I would not have been able to do so.
Yep.
So, again, we're in an actual tournament. You always play it out. You play till time if you have to. Get every point you can. For the purposes of this, I'd learned what I needed to know.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. Couple just orders of business I want to address. One, for any of you who may have seen this and been hurt by it on an emotional level like I am every time I look at my orcs. I started playing my orcs during 7th edition. That's where I got most of my models. So I'm missing a lot of 32mm bases. I am going to get some. It's hard for me to order any right now, given the state of the world. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to limit my exposure as much as possible. I have several family members who are high risk. I myself are moderate risk of complications. So trying to stay indoors as much as possible. But
not today, Nurgle.
Yeah, not today, Nurgle. No. So that's why we just decided to go ahead and play, because we're just having fun anyway. So there is that. That will be remedied at the earliest available time. So if that was bothering anyone, or anyone who has only played 8th edition was wondering why all my orcs were on smaller bases, that's why. Secondly, you know, this is our first battle report. My first time editing. I'm going to be doing the majority of the editing for these videos. It actually looks like most of the videos. So please let us know what you think. I don't care if one person watches this and leaves a comment, it'll be beneficial, unless it's one of those comments, which I know I just invited. So this is going to be interesting if it works out or doesn't work. So just let us know. Let us know what you thought. Let us know what we need to do different. I already know some things after doing the editing that I want to change for the next one, and there will be a next one relatively soon, because I'm stuck in the house with a bunch of armies.
And I'm not working full hours either, so more stuff will be in the pipe. We're going to have a big content blitz to get this channel started.
Yes. So keep an eye out for that, and like I say, anything that you would like to share as far as critiques, any advice, please let me know. One thing I will say is we're going to try to do better for pre-game, you know, like a pre-game, not interviews the wrong thing, but just sit down, explain the armies a bit more in depth for this one.
And have some better information. Yeah. If we hadn't already said so, full army lists will be in the description below.
Yeah, so for anyone who saw this and has missed a couple annotations that I put up, army lists are going to be in the description box. So if you want to take a look at that, please do. We use Battlescribe, so it's going to be in that format if anyone's familiar with it. So yeah, but thank you for anyone who did watch it and got to this point. We really do appreciate it. Keep an eye out for more content. We should be uploading some more stuff in the next week or so. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. And this battle report has been OmnissiahApproved. Thanks.